do you fit in with the sort of MAGA Republican Party? You're not MAGA.
No, but I think most of the Republicans, I don't like those labels. The vast majority of Republicans have galvanized around their candidate to break through this kind of establishment here in D.C. We've always been a spectrum in the party. We've had moderates, we've had fiscal conservatives and social moderates and social conservatives. It's a huge spectrum, and it's a big tent, and it will be. It will continue to be. Trump is Trump. There's no Trump light. There's no Trump 2.0 coming up. I always say that Trump is who he is, because he's built up himself in the American psyche for 40 years. I mean, really,
Has
since
he
the
permanently
80s.
changed your party?
Oh, no, definitely not.
You think it's going to bounce back to sort of regular conservatism and not the
I think
the
there's a lot
hardcore
more
populism?
of that hardcore regular conservatism already in there. Frankly, that traditional conservatism is already in there. He brings a different style to it, which I have a lot of issues with at times, to be sure. But fundamentally, on principle, they're still right there. The bigger DNA problem is with the Democrat Party. I'm cautiously optimistic for a couple of reasons. Number one, I don't think he understood how Congress really fundamentally worked in 2017 and 2018. And the reasons Republicans lost in 2018, because they talked a big game and got nothing done. I think there's a different team he's surrounded himself with, a little more professional of a team within the White House itself. He's built a lot of better coalitions. He's more established in terms of the political aspects of what he wants to do on the Hill. And he has outsiders. And as much as people say, well, Elon is a billionaire outsider. First, I don't mind that they're billionaires. I like people that are successful. Where's the difference whether they're a billionaire or broke? I'd rather have someone successful. And I like that it's an outsider and an engineer and not a politician and not looking for anything out of the game.
He's not that much of an outsider. In fact, one of the criticisms and the concerns is that he has billions of dollars tied up in government contracts. You don't see a conflict of interest here?
Everyone has conflict of interest.
But
at
that's
some
like
level.
a pretty big one.
The guy's worth $450 billion as of today and this month. So I don't think he's doing it for the money. He's doing it for the bigger project and the bigger vision of America. He doesn't need the dollars. He really doesn't. So it's not about, oh, if I get involved in this, I'll get another little contract here or there. That's nothing to him. So I like the fact that he's, in a way, he's so rich, he's so removed from the potential financial influence of it. But this is a car crash, if you will, of financial crises coming. We pay about $1 trillion in debt this year. It goes to about $1.8 trillion in 10 years because our rates are so high now. So when those interest payments come due, $1.8 trillion, Social Security, Medicare. But you got to find efficiencies in government. You got to deregulate. You have to, they want to move Department of Agriculture out to the Midwest. I think that's great. They want to massively downsize the Department of Education and block grant back to the states. My big argument here is states have already found all these efficiencies that Washington's talking about. We've already done it.
Yep.
Just copy, repeat. At this point, it's about delivering. I think this term will be fundamentally different than the first term for a variety of reasons. He's not in his 5th year as president. He's kind of in his 9th, if you will, especially as leader of the party and the voice of the party. And all of that centers around being that disruption. People didn't vote for him because of his policies. They voted for him because he's still seen as an outside influence to disrupt, to break the establishment.
On immigration, I would think that maybe they...
Oh, no, sure. I mean, but it wasn't, that was more of they were voting against Kamala's policies on immigration, on open borders, on defunding the police, on all that kind of stuff. And that's where the Democrats kind of have lost